Nice. Let me go to Tom out of New York. Tom, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, Tom.
Yes, I wanted to call in just kind of share what's been going on. You know, I found you about a month and a half ago. I immediately went out, forgave my mother, and I've been working the silent prayer every morning, every night, without fail. And things have just been really, really, really great. And so, you know, what happened last night, I wanted to share and just kind of see what you think. I went to my parents' house with my wife and my daughter, and we had dinner. And my sister, she's around 29. She still lives there, and they don't really know what I've been, you know, that I've been doing this, and they don't really understand what's going on. But they're kind of like they kind of know something's changed with me, you know?
Right.
And but because I haven't, you know, went to like kind of shove it down their throats, you know, because
nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to push anything on anybody, and so anyway, but I would love for them to know, you know what I mean? Because you know that'd be great if they could, you know, follow along as well. But so anyway, we're just sitting there and in the living room after dinner, and my sister starts talking about some problems. She has like bad anxiety. She's like 29 years old. She's like afraid to drive like 30 minutes away from the house, and she starts talking about it, and it just came over me like in the moment it was not planned. It just like the words just kind of came over me to say. I'm like, Gina, do you understand that this is not normal? What's going on with you? And like I started speaking the truth, like what I believe in the right way, and my mom and my dad, everyone's antennas started going up. They're like, what's going on here, you know? Normally chaos would break out once I spoke the truth, you know? And so anyway, I'm talking to my sister, and I'm telling her, and she starts, I'm like, this is not normal what you're going through. And, you know, the fact that you live here isn't. And you know, mom and dad are keeping you here. They're being overprotective, and they're telling you it's love, but it's really not.
Yeah.
And I just started going this, and she was like resistant, you know, and she's like, well, I'm afraid, you know, she's a therapist. I'm like, and she has anxiety medicine, all this stuff. So I was like, do you realize that that's not helping you? You've been doing it since you're a little girl because mom and dad didn't know any better what to do with you. And it has never helped you. And it just started coming over me, Jesse. And the beautiful thing was, you know, that she was resistant, but she started listening. And she's like, so you're saying the solution is I need to move out of the house? I'm like, no, that's not the solution. So she goes, what is? I said, you need to forgive mom. And you know, and it just went into the whole forgiveness thing. And then she goes, well, I'm mad at you, mom and dad. So I said, well,
you mad at the whole world.
Yeah. I said, well, we're all right here. And, you know, I was explaining, you know, that all that anxiety and that stuff, because when you said that the stem of all of that comes from the resentment, that blew my mind and made so much sense to me.
Yeah.
And because I never thought that the resentment or the hatred was the root of it, but that makes the most sense. And so, you know, basically she sat there, she was resistant. It was like hard for her, but she forgave. And it was just I did not anticipate this at all. I'm ready for my mom and sister and dad. I'm ready to that they're just going to turn their backs on me totally. You know what I'm saying? And then this moment kind of came out of nowhere, and it was received well. And then my mom started asking questions, surprisingly, and she's like, "What do you mean? So it comes from my mom for me?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Amazing.
She goes, "Well, my mom." She's like, "Well, my mom's dead. What do I do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Go to her grave." And I don't know. It was just and then my wife's been following along too because she'd been following what I'm doing, and so we were on the drive home, and it was just an amazing experience, and I did not anticipate it happening. It was just
nice.
It's so nice to be in the moment and present, and just not being anticipating everything and worried about what's going to happen, and then just as it happens, just let it unfold, and it was a beautiful thing.
And so your sister forgave last night?
She did last night, yeah.
Wow,
and
amazing.
Yeah, right in front of me, my mom, my dad. She looked at all of us and she's like, I do resent you guys, blah blah blah. She acts like she's like she's the younger, and she's like the innocent victim, and she was just unfortunately born into a crazy household, and she kind of was, but that's just like the narrative in her mind about it, and she resented us all for it because it was just chaos all the time.
Yeah. Well, one thing for sure, Tom, if you continue on this straight and narrow path, stay with the prayer, and you just watch and have no plan or anything, you haven't seen anything yet, man. There are no words to express how amazing your real life will become. You will finally live your real life and not this fake life that you were trying to make happen before you woke up.
I honestly, there's a lot more for me to overcome, and I'm still overcoming, and but I do feel, or I do see that I've been getting like these kind of glimpses into kind of what you're talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
Like at times, like when I'm doubting the thoughts, like the other day, I was driving and I was in like my old neighborhood. I was by myself, and the thoughts were just rapid fire, and I was doubting all of them, just tossing them all out one at a time.
Nice.
And at the end of it, I got to a point. I was in my old neighborhood, driving around like where I grew up, and like where I ride my bike when I was a kid and stuff. And I got to a point where like the thoughts stopped coming, but not only did they stop coming, and I was just peaceful, but like there was no more need to doubt anything anymore. It was just like it was just all gone, and I was like looking around outside. I was reflecting on my childhood, kind of. And it was just like the craziest experience I ever had. I can't explain. It's almost like I was like time traveling or something. I can't explain, but it was something like a glimpse into heaven or something like that. I don't know how else to
I know what you
explain
mean, man. And those glimpses that you're getting along the road, the straight and narrow path, it's the light guiding you. It's the light. And so that's going to happen, and it will happen, and after a while, your whole mind will be clear. Your heart will be of nothing but love and no anger, and it won't be a feeling. It won't be emotional. It'll just be a freedom. From hell, from anger. And your mind will be clear, and you'll just be living your life and watching what's going on in life and allowing it to happen.
Yeah, and I find now that like situations that I used to run away from, or not run away from, but I would still go to the situation, but I would dread it. Like my whole attitude towards situations that would make me uncomfortable has changed completely.
Yes.
Like I look forward to a situation that's going to make me uncomfortable because I know what the solution is.
Yes.
And so like now it's like sometimes you just feel like I think I just need to know what, if I know what to do, then I could relax. If I know what the solution is, I could just sit in it, relax, know that I can't do anything myself, and watch it. Because there will be situations where I'm like speak up or something, and I'm put on the spot, and I notice my heart rate goes up. Like there's that fear kind of, and I just sit back and watch and let it unfold. But I look forward to those things now.
Nice.
Yeah.
The beauty about knowing, about being aware. So when your heart does race like that, or you you feel a little fear or whatever, you know now that it's not you. It's this thing in you, and you feel it. You're aware of it, and that's all you need to do because it's not you. And as you're noticing it, you're overcoming it, meaning that it is departing from you. It is dying. And so, but what's really going to shock you, man, as you're waking up, you're going to, especially when it becomes real clear, it's going to be shocking to see how wicked human beings are and that their hearts are just pure evil. And then there are human beings that live on that wickedness. They love it. It's their life. And they're just roaming the earth to hurt family members and hurt themselves and hurt others, all for a thrill. And you got to see how wicked our government, it really, it's no different than the people who are not in government. It's the same spirit. You're going to see evil on this earth like you've never seen it before. Because in that fallen state, you don't see how evil human beings are and what's really driving them. But it's going to be mind-blowing to you, and you're going to be protected from it. They'll try to hurt you with it because they're real revengeful, but it won't bother you because evil has no real power. It has none at all. And once you take care of your own world and you live from your own world, evil people will not be able to touch you.
And I'm beginning to see, and like situations that would normally I would begin to suffer, like whatever situation would cause that. Like I feel like I embarrassed myself or I said something stupid or whatever.
Yeah.
Now when I'm in those similar situations, I feel like a protection, like in my belly area, you know, and like I feel like it remains untouched, and even though all the stuff is kind of going on the outside, and and it doesn't, it's not as overwhelming. It's not, everything is.
That's what God meant when He said, "Take on my ways." My ways are easy and my burdens are light. And they really, 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 really are. And it's mind-blowing. And there are men like you and some women, too, who are waking up. I talk to them at my meetings now and on Sundays in the women's forum, and when I counsel with them, there are women who are waking up, too. They're seeing it. But it's amazing to me that only a few people will find this straight and narrow path and stay there and allow themselves to become alive instead of living a life of death. They're going to live a life of life. So you're fortunate to be on that path. Stay there, stay there. No matter what happened outside of you, you stay on that path and you will see that no one can touch you. And it's not at your will. It has nothing to do with you or me or anyone else. But it's the source that guides you from within, the light of God, the love.
That brings me to a question that kind of has been on my in my spirit is kind of, you know, that is so feud. I was asking myself the other day. It was like a genuine question to myself. It was like, why me? Like, why am I so fortunate? That I'm able to see this, or God allowed me to see this, and I don't know. I was asking myself that, like, why me?
Well, don't even ask that anymore. Just be thankful, be grateful, and because the light, the freedom is for all who really wants it. If you really want it and you start seeking from within, it's for everybody that wants it. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate or not, but most people don't want it. You happen to be one that really, really want it. And,
I do.
And so that's why it's happening for you, because whomever welcome the truth into themselves, it will come, it will abide in you, it will take care of you. But most people don't welcome the truth. They love evil. They don't love the truth. They don't love the light. They hate the light and they love evil.
Yeah, and they call it good, and
right.
And, it's just
because they get a thrill from it. Even a bad thrill for them is good to them because it makes them think that they are alive, even if it's something that would make them afraid, or if it's something that brings them a false joy from trying to hurt others. They still love it because they feel alive, but that's death, and they call death life. And so, so be grateful that you want it and you welcome the truth, and the truth is taking over.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I am. Yeah, definitely.
Well, stay with it, Tom. Stay with it. I hope that your wife work on herself so that your kids will have a chance as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Call me. I'm sorry.
No, I said yes. She is, and I see that she sees I'm onto something, and so.
Has she gone and forgiven her father, mother?
We don't really fight anymore.
Has she gone and forgiven her parents yet?
So the thing with that is, they live in far away, and we're going there to bring. We have a baby. Our baby is like 9 months, and we're going there to. I never met her family, and we're going there on Saturday. We're driving to Missouri, and she's going to do it then.
Nice.
In person, since we're going there anyway. I said you might as well do it when we go.
Right on. Well, I wish you well, man, and stay with it, stay with it, stay with you. Haven't seen anything yet. Stay with it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Tom. Amazing call.